Well, usually you get a call from your agent, and so there was conversation there. I'm not sure how that all started, and yeah, and it happened very quickly for me. It was in a couple of days happened, and here I am, and glad I made the decision. Kyle Wilson, I lived in his house last year. Actually, I rented from him. We played on the same team in America. He had a house there, so I actually lived in his place. A small world. Actually ended up talking to his wife a little bit before I came. She was my landlord too, so she gave me some advice and said a lot of good things about Riga. Everyone I talked to had said really nice things. Also Jamie Johnson, I played with him a little bit in Hershey, where I was in the U.S. And he had nothing but great things to say, so it's almost like high expectations now. But no, it's been great so far. Well, it all started, my dad played hockey pretty competitively. He played at the university level, and he had the chance to play professionally, but started a family, and it's kind of the thing to do in Canada is once you can start walking, the skates come out and you are on the ice pretty soon after. So both me and my older brother were on the ice at a very young age, probably about 3 years old. I think we were on the ice, and it was the thing to do in every neighborhood. Is there's a outdoor arena in the parks. There's usually some ice for the kids to meet up after school and play, and that's what we did every evening. That was our time to be outside and play, and there wasn't any technology and stuff to keep us indoors anyways, and we just loved to play the game. And I always wanted to play for my brother's team, but he was 3 years older, so I wasn't really allowed. And but yeah, I looked up to him, and so it started with my dad, and then I think I looked up to my brother a lot and always wanted to be like him and his friends.
Have you met like on a one game against your brother? Have you played the game?
I've never played against him, which is interesting. Now that I'm over, not in North America anymore, he's not very far in Switzerland. So yeah, it would be fun at some point. Who knows how long both of our careers will go, but it would be fun to meet up somewhere and play together, play against each other. Well, actually, I was forward, and I went back and forth between forward and defense a lot growing up. Usually wherever there was most ice time that you could play, if there was less defensemen, then I think I wanted to play defense because you got to play more. And so yeah, it's preference, I guess, how you see the game and stuff, and I think it just suits me better on defense and him on forward. Yeah, it's all been new to me, you know, like, but it's been fun when we go on the road. Usually have a day in between where you can have a practice, but then you have the rest of the day where I've been able to walk around a little bit, not too much, but just seeing cities like Zagreb and Bratislava have been really nice. I mean, all the buildings are so much different than they are in North America, so it's all new and exciting, but cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg and pretty cool. Like, I take a lot of pictures of a lot of the buildings, the churches and stuff are really neat for me to see. And Sochi was a nice little treat. It's got the mountains and the sea, and it's a pretty cool city. It's great. You can really tell how close the guys are, and I know a lot of them. There's groups that are like the same age and they grew up together. Like, they've been playing hockey since they were young together, and you can see that how close a lot of the guys are, and I think that's awesome. I think the team bonds really well together. They're a close group of guys, and for us imports, they've really brought us in. English is great. All the guys speak very good English, and so it's fun. They've taken us in, and we try to have fun in the locker room, keep it light sometimes, not to be too serious all of the time.
Outra! Spele!
What kind of driver are you?
I don't know. Probably a cautious one. The driving here is a little bit more aggressive. I'd say the people are a little more aggressive than they are in North America. But not compared to Russia. In Russia, it's even crazy. I sometimes just close my eyes on the bus watching what's going on because it's pretty crazy. But so I'd say I'm pretty cautious. Not a terrible driver. I don't usually speed too much. So yeah.
I have a rating from the police.
Yeah, that was a bad day. I was in a hurry that day.
You recognize the streets?
Yeah, no, I'm getting a little more used to. I know a lot of the main roads. But yeah, I mean, you go online and ask guys and find out which places are worth checking out, and there's a lot of things to see. I've walked around Old Town a lot now and been to the market and even checked out Sigulda and Jurmala, and there's a lot to offer. And I mean, the food here is great. That's been a nice treat. And but again, everything's so new to me, like the buildings and the cobblestone roads is so different for me that it's exciting.
We know the Rimi, we know the Stockman, the Maxima, the other grocery stores, but why did you choose like a local products from the local farmers and as this is like a kind of fashion to use the eco products now?
Yeah, I mean, I like the eco or organic kind of stuff, but I also really like, you know, eating the Latvian food or the local food. And I know this small grocery store like this uses, you know, local food, and you know it's coming from close by and not coming from halfway around the world. It will be funny when the guys on the team see this video, because they always see me eating, and they're always bugging me because I'm a small guy, but I'm always eating. And I don't know, I come here, I mean, if we're at home and not on the road, I like to come here every 2 or 3 days. But I mean, I also go to, you know, Rimi and stuff because it's really close to my place. But if we got time in the afternoon, I like to come here and make a little bit of an afternoon of coming to Old Town or close to Old Town here. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's our job, you know, is to be in shape and be healthy. And you know, like you said, it's tough. If you're really busy, it's hard to eat healthy. But we have a lot of free time, and it's a little bit easier for us to do. And you know, you definitely notice a difference with your energy, I think, and that's why I do it. I just feel a lot better when I do eat healthy. So for me, like I really like sweets. Like I'm in my happiest moment in life is when I'm eating ice cream, I think.
Which one is your favorite?
I don't know. Might sound, I don't know, like cookies and cream, or a vanilla base, but with some chocolate in it and stuff.
I'm crazy. I just discovered the Ben & Jerry's.
Oh yeah, Ben & Jerry's.
Yeah,
Is a good flavor. I wish I could tell you. I have guys in there that translate for me. Let's check it out.
What are you doing of the hockey?
Outside of hockey?
Yeah, because I can say you like the fishing.
Yeah, in the summertime, I try to spend a lot of time outside, fishing, golfing, tennis. But I really like riding my bike, mountain bike. I like mountain biking through the woods and stuff. Just anything that's outside. I don't like being inside a lot in the summertime when the weather's nice. And my brother's family there, his wife's family, they have a cabin on the water, and so I spend a lot of time on the water and in the forest, and it's a lot of fun.
On your Twitter account, actually, the picture with a fish, and beside there, I don't know, one guy, but the other one was Jonathan Toews, the captain of the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, Jonathan's one of my really good friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he that time he took a couple of us up to his place, and it was on the water, and he really enjoys fishing, him and his brother, and he showed us how to catch fish on his lake, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, no, Jonathan, we keep in touch a lot. He's a guy that's fun to have around. You can learn a lot from him. you think I eat healthy and all this. There's a guy who really takes care of himself, and there's a reason.
He as well.
There's a reason why he's makes the money he does and does as well as he does. He takes care of himself a lot.
If you wouldn't be the hockey player,
Yeah.
what would you be then?
I don't know. In college, I took business management. I have a degree in that. I don't know. Maybe my dad manages a golf course. Something along those lines. I played a lot of competitive golf when I was younger, and I don't know. But I think now, as I get older, I really want to help people in some way. I'm not sure what that is yet, but maybe help athletes in some way. So.
One game NHL, 1 point. So far, that's it?
That's it. That might be all there was. But yeah.
April the 7th,
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a crazy day.
But you lost the game.
We lost 4-1, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
But how can you describe those, like, for us, like, the hockey lovers, as much we heard about that's NHL's dream? Is it really like this, that you just thinking, and then NHL doors are open, you were announcing on the ice, and the game begins? What does it mean to the hockey player?
Yeah, no, it was crazy. It's everyone's dream, I think. And I know I played like Friday night. It would have been April 6th in Houston, Texas. Played a game, and then after the game got a phone call, and then just started almost shaking. Like, I became nervous almost right then and there, and I flew out in the morning of the 7th right to Minneapolis, which is a couple hours flight, and then played that night in Minneapolis. Don't remember a lot of the game. I've watched video on it.
You played 18 minutes.
Yeah, I don't, but it was just like, you're just kind of, it was almost like in a dream, the whole game. And then, and then had to go to bed. And then the next morning I flew back to Houston, Texas, and the Minnesota Wild weren't going to make the playoffs. So I went back to Houston and played the next day in Houston, Texas with the AHL team. So it was just a crazy experience, but it was pretty special. I know all my family got to watch the game, and that's probably the most special part. It was fun. A lot of people ask, like, what's the difference? Is it a big difference? And the AHL and the NHL, like, I don't think,
now.
I don't think the speed is that much different. I mean, the KHL is a ton of skill and speed, and the NHL, it's almost more just a really controlled game. Everyone's where they should be. A lot of guys who really just think the game well. Some people think that the NHL, if you can make it, might be a little bit easier to play because everyone is where they're supposed to be, and a lot of smart players, and you're playing with guys that maybe are a little bit better, but it's not much difference. Like when you're in the AHL, you're so close. You could be playing with a guy one day right next to him, and then all of a sudden he goes up to the NHL and you never see him again. He's there for the rest of his career. So it's just that close. It's such a small difference, and but you notice guys are big and strong. I really noticed that in the one game. You're playing all of a sudden against guys that you've watched on TV all the time, and you try to play like, and you look up to, and it's fun. And even in the KHL here, it's the same thing. Like, I've watched Ilya Kovalchuk play a lot of hockey over in North America. Like, that's fun. I think that's good for the league. Fenaganov, I watched him play for Buffalo all the time, and all these players. There's so many good players in this league, and it's fun. They're all guys I grew up watching, and so it's been a lot of fun in the KHL with a lot of these guys. Definitely. I remember watching Kasper Dogovins. And then now, like, he played against my brother's rival team last year in Geneva. Yeah. And my brother speaks very highly of him as a hockey player, So it's just crazy, like how like the difference. He can be in the KHL, but he could easily be in the NHL. Like it's such a good league. Yeah, coming to Riga, it was I didn't have a lot to compare it to from Europe. I haven't been to Europe a lot, so but I mean, I had heard good things about Riga from other guys, and but my expectations, I just went in with a clear mind and coming here and just seeing, like, you know, the old town and how many tourists do want to come and see it. And for me, I know why all the tourists come is because it's beautiful. The old buildings and the cobblestone roads are one of a kind, and then you got the good food, and you have the sea very close, and Jurmala is I think very tourist friendly. Like and I didn't even go when it was that warm. It was more cold when I went, and yet I still really enjoyed seeing that. And things like Sigulda has a different feel where you're more in the forest. So I think there's a lot of different things to all of Latvia. There's different feels wherever you go, and it's far met my expectations.